Hello, everyone. Well, it is time for. They never stop propaganda anyway. NPC and propaganda are 5 and 6. They never stop. But then, by this time, they're going to increase it to a whole new level that is unbelievable. So everybody should just get ready for those kind of things all around. This time, it is at Tinubu's media aide, Olusegun Dada, and he says that dialysis costs 12,000 naira in certain federal medical centers or hospitals that are certain government hospitals. And so Nigerians are calling him out on this. And let me take on parallel facts. Parallel facts have this to say. They said a controversy erupted on X on Monday after APC supporter Olusegun Dada, popularly known as D. Olusegun, falsely claimed that dialysis costs only 12,000 naira per session in federal medical centers all around the 6 geopolitical zones under their administration, their illegitimate administration. One of the things about fake news and is the fact that it goes a long way, and some people are going to carry it. No matter what you say, they're not going to hear any other thing. It is the people who are suffering, who are actually have to battle a huge amount of money for them to be able to have their dialysis, that are going to bear the brunt, of this all. And in terms of propaganda, they're just warming up. By 2026, you're going to see a whole lot of things. Even if they need to carry the whole money in Nigeria, destroy everything just to bring things down and say, oh, things are working, oh, things are cheap now, they will do it. And then after that, everybody go here. Well, because we happen to be we have a lot of people who are not discerning, who don't just sit down and look at the issues and say this thing is not adding up, but they would rather believe and love the propaganda. His post, that's the Olusegun Dada's post, widely circulated, was quickly debunked by Nigerians, including medical professionals, who described the statement as misleading propaganda aimed at polishing Bola Tinubu's government. That's the illegitimate government, by the way. Renowned music video director T.J. Omori had sparked the debate with a post lamenting the high cost of dialysis, saying dialysis is about 100,000 plus per session. Sometimes you need 3 sessions in a week. Minimum wage is 70k. Knowing this fact brought me tears in the hospital cause no hope for common man. And I will tell you this is the reality of that it's on ground. Imagine you are having to spend 300,000, even if you get money. How long is that? 300,000 per week will mean you spending 1.2 million every month. How many people can afford 1.2 million every month just to be able to stay alive? How many people can do that? Even if you get a donor, how much is the transfer that happens? For me, one of the things that I find very annoying is the fact that there are a lot of people that monies have been raised for them in this Nigeria, but you will never see them coming out to, when they got better, to advocate for healthcare to be made affordable to everybody. They seem to collect money, get themselves treated, move on with their life. For me, that's why it's one of the reasons why over time, honestly, I stopped, anything that has to do with people are raising money for healthcare issues, whatever. I'm like, there's someone in the village out there that also needs this thing. They don't have access to internet. What now happens to them? Because you would have thought that by the time people who have gone through this will be able to say, because of what I went through, see what people did for me. Let me advocate for, let there be, quality health, let there be cheaper this, let there be some means that will be done for people, because people who have this condition, that's what people abroad do. When they have tragedy, when they have something, they advocate to ensure that other people don't have to suffer the way they suffer. But in our own case, the person will just thank God and move on and let the issue be. Replying to Omori, the Olusegun countered, and he said in federal medical centers all around 6 geopolitical zones, dialysis costs 12,000 per session under this administration. Please verify. You think dialysis will cost 12,000? That people are not flocking there. Even if you go, how many under the 6 geopolitical zones? So that means 6 federal medical centers. How many cases will they be taking a day? People don't understand. We have a high case of kidney issues in Nigeria, and we're going to have more. Why? People are bleaching. People are drinking all sorts of things, eating all sorts of things. Whatever we take, most things we have in Nigeria are adulterated. Drinks, food, a lot of them. there's no proper management. People are the same person that will go and pray to God 1 million times is the same person that will be adding those bad things that is going to be killing people. So it's craziness, and so these things are increasing. How many would there be in this federal medical center? But his claim was immediately challenged by a medical doctor, the bedded Tina, who said, "This is not true, sir. I just verified from the federal medical center in the southwest, and dialysis isn't 12K. First session is around 100K, and the subsequent ranges from 70K. Is this a new initiative?" In an attempt to save face, Olusegun later adjusted his story, listing select hospitals where the subsidy supposedly applies, including FMC Ebute Meta, UCH Ibadan, FMC Owerri, Lut Lagos, and others. So now he's saying that, oh, it's not everyone. It's certain parts. You say, oh, if this is the case, yeah, make it know it's not the one that, oh, you're doing subsidy on the ground. I mean, there's nothing wrong with subsidy. This can be an amazing thing. Subsidy for petrol has been removed. You put subsidy in for medical challenge, because there's nothing that can make somebody poor more than sickness. Sickness will wipe away everything you have, because you can't watch your loved one being sick without you doing anything. And anything they tell you to bring, you're going to bring it because you want to get that good health. So if you're removing subsidy for free, you put it there. It's a good initiative. Go out there, put it out there, make it known, let it be known. But you don't just come and be saying this thing, oh, not change the story to say. By the time people will go and check this thing, you will not see this thing. His shifting stance drew harsher criticism from Nigerians. One user, Abu Amir at Sadiq Monday, wrote, "Oga, try to calm down. Your initial post said in FMCs all around the 6 geopolitical zones, dialysis costs 12,000 per session under this administration, meaning all the FMC. Now that they've exposed your lie, you try to bring another shameless liar," the person said. The Punch newspaper had earlier reported that the subsidy only applies in 11 federal hospitals, with the reduction from 50,000 to 12,000 per session approved by Bola Tinubu. However, experts know that most patients still pay as high as 100,000 because the number of dialysis machines in the country is grossly inadequate, leaving thousands without access. The backlash has raised questions on how APC loyalists use false claims to push government narratives, even on life-threatening issues like healthcare. For me, whatever it is, and this is one of the things I've always said, I cannot imagine that Tinubu rigged the election for him to come and be the disaster that he is. If he had done very well, all you need to do, put in the work, you don't need to be rigging the election, you don't need to even be looking for extra being desperate, lying, using propaganda. Put in the work, give people good governance. If, for example, subsidy has been removed for here, some of the subsidy, we put them in healthcare, provide a lot of dialysis machines all over the country, reduce the cost, put certain amount, just like when this person had to, I think it was General Sani Abacha, when he increased price, and then he set up PTF, Petroleum Trust Fund, and they were doing so many things all over the country. You can still see their impact even up to today. You do it, people would have been saying, even though he rigged the election, bet, now no bets, nothing, just how awful failure and a lot of lying.